Hi, and welcome back to NativeSpeak English, your favorite space to improve your English with simple, smart, and effective tips. I'm Kyla, and today's topic is a game changer. If you've ever felt like you're stuck in your English journey, you're not alone. Maybe you watch English movies, listen to podcasts, read grammar books, but somehow speaking and understanding still feel hard, like you're trying, but it's just not clicking. Well, today we're diving into one of the most powerful techniques that language experts swear by: comprehensible input, or as I like to call it, smart input that your brain loves. This one concept can transform how you learn English forever. So grab your notebook or just sit back and relax, because I'm going to guide you through everything you need to know about comprehensible input, how to use it, and why it works so well. Let's begin. Let's start simple. Comprehensible input means hearing or reading language that is just a little bit above your current level, language that you mostly understand but not 100%. If you understand every single word, your brain doesn't grow. But if you understand almost everything, say 90 to 95%, it's the perfect challenge. You can guess the rest from context, images, tone, or repetition. Here's an example. Let's say you're learning English and you hear, "The girl is drinking juice with a straw." Now imagine you know the words girl, drinking, and juice, but you don't know straw. Even so, you'll probably guess it means something you use to drink. Maybe you see the image or hear the sound effect. Boom! You just learned a new word, naturally. This is comprehensible input in action. It's how babies learn. It's how you learned your first language. And the good news? It still works for adults. The term comprehensible input was made famous by a language expert named Stephen Krashen. He's a professor who studied how people learn languages, and he came up with something called the input hypothesis. Here's what it says. We learn language best when we understand messages that are just a little beyond our current level. Krashen even gave it a cool formula, I plus 1, where I is what you already know, and plus 1 is the new stuff that's just a bit challenging. The magic happens when you stay in that sweet spot, not too easy, not too hard. Think of it like climbing stairs. If the next step is too high, you fall. If it's too low, you don't grow. But the right step, it lifts you up. Let's be real. A lot of us were taught English by memorizing vocabulary lists and grammar rules. But here's the problem. Language is not a puzzle you solve with rules. It's something you absorb, like music. You don't learn to play piano by memorizing note names. You learn by hearing, watching, and practicing. Language is the same. Grammar is important, but it should come after you hear lots of examples in real sentences. When you listen to comprehensible input, you hear the music of the language, the rhythm, the structure, the way people really talk. And guess what? Your brain picks up the rules without you even realizing it. Here's something many learners don't realize. You don't need to speak perfectly right away. You don't even need to speak at all in the beginning. That might sound strange, but it's true. Think of babies. They listen for months before they ever say their first word. But during those months, their brains are working hard, absorbing sounds, patterns, and meaning. The same goes for you. If you focus first on understanding input, listening, and reading, You'll actually speak better and faster later on. Why? Because your brain has enough material to work with. You've heard the language in real situations, you've seen it in context. It's like filling your brain with Lego pieces. The more pieces you have, the easier it becomes to build a sentence. So don't rush to speak. Don't worry about mistakes. Instead, give your brain what it needs, lots and lots of understandable input. Speaking will come, writing will come, naturally. Now, let's talk about something that really helps your brain: repetition. When you hear or read the same structure or word many times, it sticks. So instead of always chasing new materials, try this. Watch the same video 3 times. Read the same short story every day for a week. Listen to the same audio lesson while walking, cooking, or relaxing. At first, it might feel boring, but here's the secret. Each time, you understand more. You notice things you missed before. And that's when real learning happens, not from moving fast, but from going deeper. Also, don't feel embarrassed to use simple English content. You don't have to watch advanced news or academic lectures. In fact, that can hurt your motivation. Start with what you can understand. That's where the magic is. Even if it's a children's story or a cartoon, it's real English. And it's helping you build a strong foundation. Remember, you're not learning to impress. You're learning to communicate. And communication starts with understanding. So, focus on input. Keep it simple. Repeat it often. And most importantly, enjoy the process. In the next part, I'll show you exactly how to find the best materials for comprehensible input, even if you're a beginner. Let's keep going. All right, now that you know why comprehensible input works and how to use it wisely, let's talk about where to find the best materials to practice with. Because if you choose the wrong stuff, it can get confusing, boring, or just too hard, and then you'll give up. We don't want that. 1. Start with graded readers and easy storybooks. Graded readers are books specially designed for language learners. They use simple vocabulary and grammar, but they tell real stories. You can find these online or at bookstores. Some popular series include Oxford Bookworms, Penguin Readers, Cambridge English Readers. These books are great because they come with different levels. You pick the one that matches your current skills and slowly move up. Also, try children's storybooks or fairy tales you already know in your own language. Familiar stories help you guess meanings and keep you motivated. 2. Use YouTube channels made for learners. There are amazing YouTube channels created just for English learners. They speak clearly, slowly, and often include subtitles or visuals. Examples include English Class 101, BBC Learning English, VOA Learning English. You're already on the right track with your channel, NativeSpeak English. Keep that style, friendly, simple, and useful. Try to watch or listen daily, even if just for 10-15 minutes. 3. Watch movies and series with subtitles. This is fun but tricky. You need to pick the right ones. Avoid movies with super fast slang or complex topics at first. Instead, go for animated movies or cartoons, simple sitcoms like Friends or How I Met Your Mother with English subtitles on. The subtitles help you check what you hear and the visuals fill in the gaps. Remember, it's okay to pause, rewind, and watch scenes several times. That's part of the process. 4. Listen to podcasts and audiobooks for learners. Podcasts are great for building listening skills. Look for those made for English learners because they use simpler language and slower speech. Some good choices: The English We Speak, BBC, ESL Pod, Story Nori, children's stories. Audiobooks also work well, especially if you follow along with the printed text. 5. Use language learning apps with listening and reading practice. Apps like Duolingo, LinkU, or Bilingo app provide short stories, dialogues, and exercises that are designed around the concept of comprehensible input. The key is to use them consistently and choose stories or lessons where you feel challenged but not overwhelmed. 6. Tips to check if material is at your level. You should understand about 90% of the words without looking them up. If you need to translate every other sentence, it's probably too hard. If you understand everything instantly with zero effort, it's too easy. Look for materials that keep you curious, make you want to find out what happens next. Okay, now you have a roadmap for finding great comprehensible input materials. Remember, your goal is to listen and read a little bit every day, consistently. Even just 20 minutes a day adds up. And the best part? You're not alone. There's a whole world of content ready for you to explore. So pick 1 or 2 sources you like, start small, and watch your English grow. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss new tips to improve your English. Thanks for watching NativeSpeak English. I'm Kyla, and I'll see you in the next lesson.